on dreams, spinning wheels in fast machines, digital gold in pixel streams, rise and fall like cryptic memes. Eyes glued to the endless charts, ticker tape and rising hearts. Every coin a work of art, bound to break or fall apart. Some law, go up, hold on tight, don't you stop, ride the wave, never drop, chasing dreams.
Poking with a stick. Is he alive?
I don't know. I keep looking. I don't know if he's. I'm afraid. Put the mirror to his nose. I don't think he is breathing.
This is unnerving right here. Oh dog. Oh dog. Are you live?
Fortunes flashing, midnight trades, screen lights up in neon shades, risk and thrill as courage.
I'm going to call 911. I don't know what's going on.
Oh crap. Is he token? What's going Myrtle. Oh my god. Habib?
I'm not touching it. I'm not poking him. What are we going to do?
Oh crap. He ain't waking up.
I'm so scared right now.
Turkey sandwich. He's doing it.
I think you need some cowbell.
They say, oh my god, your wallet's on fire. Stacking sats, I'm pumping higher. Ooh, yeah. Grab my trades, my dear, chase the moon so bright. Crypto's got me rocking, dancing through the night. Ooh, you hooked me deep when I bought that pump. Oh yeah, I'm spinning wild till the bull run jumps. Ooh, pump for me, pump for me.
Maybe we need a nice polka.
Hey, that's a good idea. We can get some of them boomer, those 1940 songs and put them out here.
Yeah, that would be fitting for the vibe that we're giving off right now.
That's a good idea, Habib. He ain't moved a bit, has he?
No, he looks dead.
Habib, you may have to take over the show tonight.
Oh no, I can do it. Maybe you want to be a famous rock star, don't you?
Oh. Well, my face is breaking out though. I'd have to use. I could use that turkey mask.
Oh, you're going to impersonate Red Dog tonight?
But he ain't moving around.
He's not breathing again. Oh, no, he's okay.
Stacking sats, yeah, I'm cashing in. Traded up so clean from the dip to the peak. While it's flexing, hear the blockchain speak. Gas fees high, don't sweat. I still pay the price. Ruggles drown me, but I roll the dice. Auto tight, real dip.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the turkey.
Don't believe me, just watch.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's dark in here. Oh, wow. Wow, that's bright. Wow. Welcome to the late night crypto with the Road Dogg edition. Your boomer turkey fell asleep in the chair in the recliner again and just woke up very late. I don't know. There must be something about I've done 2 streams today. It seems like the days that I do multiple streams like that, I don't know. I seem to have a habit of falling asleep in my dang chair. My apologies. I blew this off and threw out my whole schedule, and here it is on 11:30. I see Joe, are you in here? I see Joe's in here. Joe, are you going live at midnight? Are you still planning on doing that? This may be a short stream, ladies and gentlemen, because, well, don't want to reward this bad behavior. Make this be a bad habit. My apologies for being a little bit late, but we'll still be taking a look at the market. Bitcoin boring as a boomer in a recliner. That's pretty much it. This is boring as a boomer in a recliner. Came on this morning with one of the live music streams and everything. Bright and early, bushy tail. Very unlike Road Dogg to be up that early. Maybe that's why he's asleep at night. But you know, we were. It was this move. We were coming down here, and so we were just kind of tracking this, and honestly, I thought we could maybe hit 90,000 today, but we just we didn't. Or was it here? Gosh darn it, I can't even keep up with this anymore. This is getting too ridiculous. It's just so sideways and boring. I believe it. I'm pretty sure it was the double bottom all the way up. We did good, nailed our targets, and it did beautiful on that. This is not the actual chart. I know it doesn't matter. Anyway, so what are we doing? We're just going sideways now and came back down a little bit. So we're 87,182. All right, so we got about 88.5. Somewhere through that area, you can see how it just leveled off and got rejected at the same exact spot that it was at. Was that today? Yesterday at 1 or 2 o'clocky. And we didn't get past that, so yay. So we seem to be accumulating. We're here on the small time frame, by the way, too. This is the 6 minute because, well, it's just morning sideways, but all the moving averages are coming up, winding around price there. Let's zoom out to the daily and see how boring it is, like a boring boomer. The thumbnail said Bitcoin breakout. So we take their trend lines from all the wicks there, and we're not ready for a breakout yet. We're not ready for a breakout just yet. But on the daily, we are above the 200 moving average, and that's good. We're making progress here, people. Believe it or not, we're making progress. 9 moving average has already crossed over that 200, so hey, we're making progress. The 21 is leveling off and sideways. We got to work on that one, so we can still come back and talk to that one, 84.3 or a little bit below. But overall, it's looking a little bit more healthy. So I'm kind of excited about that, as you can tell. Oh, I'm going to yawn again all night long. Make you yawn too, probably. Oh, here we were. Is this it? Hey. Oh, this was us today. Yeah. I was looking when I came. We had several boxes. This is what our stream today would look like. We nailed it here and under whatever. Anyway, we kept it. But I honestly came in, you know, looking at this on the bigger 1 hour and 2 hour, 4 hour time frames, looking at these as being a possibility. But oh gosh, didn't ever get up anywhere near that. Larger target, 91.1. Will that ever play out? What the hell is going on here? Anyway, this is from the Turkey Boomer moment, or the Turkey stream today. We'd have a good little trade setup. The guy, the trade setup laid out perfectly after we got established there. Let's see whatever might be happening with Bitcoin here, and maybe a handful of altcoins before this turkey falls asleep. And again, we said prices over 200. 50 moving average is coming up at 91.54. Squeeze it in, getting lower and lower to where, you know, we might have to face that resistance fairly shortly. If we go from wick to candle bodies, you could argue that we got a breakout, but look how awesome it is with the, we just haven't got anything exciting. Taking it to the ends of the wicks there, well, we still got a little work to do, so not out of the woods just yet. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. Got 9 people hanging out, and that's cool. Let me come and check with the chat, make sure that somebody forgot to, you remember to turn the microphone on and all that good boomery stuff going on. I mean, who else falls asleep in their in their armchairs or whatever repeatedly? It's starting to become a habit. Do I need to go with earlier streams? Good Lord. I got lots of questions going on in my head, but the biggest one is, who's here? We give a shout out to the Floki's Angels. Hey, dog. Hey, you were first tonight. Congratulations, my man. Or a hand clappy's working. Yeah! You young whippersnappers, you want some hard candy? We got some hard candy in the bowl. Just help yourself there. You little whippersnappers out here late at night. Strega Heart, Tommy 2 liters, you little whippersnapper. Joe from Trade Intuition, Crypto Cash. It's time to wake up and buy reserve rights. Remember, I told you, take a screenshot and look back a few months. I remember us talking about reserve rights. Is she moving? My only thing about reserve rights, I mean, last time I looked at it, it's just I'm not a big fan of any of these coins that's got tokens in the multiple billions, and I think reserve rights has fallen into that. I mean, even Caspa, I mean, look how wonderful she was, and it's they move like molasses and they don't do as well, but they can make some gains. We'll take a look at that. But I mean, even XRP, I'm not a fan of XRP because it has billions and billions, or Cardano because it has so many billions and billions and billions of tokens in it. They're just, maybe it's a bias I got, but it's just harder for them to make those big multiples as something with a little bit less. But then again, look at QNT, look at what's that other one, Time. You would think those tokenomics would be just awesome. Okay, we got Joe from Trade Intuition, and we'll find out what time he's going live tonight. I don't want to throw his game off. Floki's Angel, my cat is watching with me. Oh, that's cool. My cat would love to be down here with me, but I don't get that opportunity too often. No live, tired. Oh man, I can understand that. Been updating the group a lot today, staying up to show my support for my favorites. Hey, appreciate you, Joe. Well, maybe we'll go. We'll go a little bit past midnight then. So left the comment up. Oh, never mind. I can't figure that out. Soul is a mystery to our channel now. If he's a troll, he's a cool troll. He just kind of hangs out. He just retracts his message. It's like, I want to say something, but I don't want to leave it out there. I can understand that, I guess. I don't. Hey, it's just wild. But anyway, hey, welcome to and Soul. I don't know if you're here or not, but hey, Soul. We all need a little mystery in our life. Ave Medina, thank you for showing up. And we got Strega. Demo's like, hey, let me put that on the list, Strega. You mentioned it several times, and I don't think I've really looked at it much lately. And I've got Demo. I've got that. I haven't checked that in about a year. It's been running around. I got the little, you get the little $99 miner thing, put it on your car, and it works through the car. I don't know. They did something like they switched from Polygon to whatever, or the old Solana. Now, I don't know. I haven't kept up with it. And usually when that happens and the switch, I get screwed. So I just haven't even been excited to check them. But I don't know. Maybe I still got tokens. It's a cool project. A little DeFi, not DeFi. What we call these stuffs now, real world asset, whatever project. DPN project. We switch things up so much here in crypto. But we'll take a look at that. I can't remember what she used to be. It was somewhere around 40 cents, 25 cents. I don't know. I can't remember. And Tommy, 2 leaders. Michael, check. Cool. Joe says, I fell asleep in my chair also for about 30 seconds and then got back to the chart. Ooh, I was out for a good 3 hours, I think. I remember my wife coming in checking out. Are you all right? Are you all right? Yeah. No wonder your neck hurts. And I'm like, okay. And then, here I am, and it was late. All right, welcome to the stream, everybody. Dave P, I think I got everybody. Let's come back over here to Bitcoin and see what's going on. I like what we're seeing here, and we can recover from this. That's as good. I'm still looking for us to get around 100,000 to make that first little higher high. If nothing else, I mean, we got to knock out one of these guys. Definitely, if you're looking at this as any kind of channel or weird ass head and shoulders or whatever kind of pattern, you got a channel going on here. We got to break back into that channel, and that would involve us at getting up here around 93,000 and holding it and crossing the trend line. This might be the creek. Some people might argue, oh, it's a Wyckoff, or just jump in the creek. This would be the creek. Then we go off, and I don't, whatever. We need to make a higher high and a higher low is all I know. Or we're still going to be making lower lows and lower highs and keep coming down, even with the good news of getting over the 200 moving average. But it looks like we got a good chance to keep it temporarily, so this is actually a good sign. And the more often that we're staying above this daily 200, the less likely we are to come down to these other targets that a lot of people were just swearing we're going to be there next week or whatever. When crypto goes bearish, it goes really bearish. And but then when she starts showing just a few little signs of bullishness, it's like, man, we go hog wild. And when that was going to start hearing 120,000 little measured moves all the way up there, and crazy flags on these four-day charts. Is like, look to the upside. I don't know. We see all kinds of wild things out there. Most people, I think, and I believe, and here's what I believe. We can be in danger, and I think higher high, higher low. That's what that's all I know to tell you. That's what all the greats are saying to look for, and that would be the one to focus on, and that's what I'm doing. And if we do come up, because we got areas, what if we come up here? I mean, the biggest concern, we forget the trend line. Don't ever forget the trend line. They're always good to follow. But we get rejected up here, and then we come down for a lower low. That is still on the table. And if we're not preparing for it, well, we get our asses handed to us. And if we are prepared for it, well, then this could be a great opportunity to happen too. But again, or possibly, at this point in the market, finding another lower low would just become a bummer. For real. Here we are in the spring of the bull run, and we quit running. And altcoins have just been having a hell of a time trying to keep up with Bitcoin, and they haven't been doing the greatest job there. I'm gonna check my music, make sure it's not too loud. So total 3, also like Bitcoin, trying to regain that 200 daily movement average. Looks like we might have done it. I feel like what is that? Cross, okay. So I'm seeing some good signs. It's still got work to do and everything, but we got a thick Ichimoku cloud that might drag us into it. Here's what this is more what I'm expecting for altcoins is the rollover. Bitcoin, she may recover and everything, but the altcoins, man, they have got a lot. Even if we get a breakout, I mean, we could even just roll over here, technically. We really could roll over here underneath this, if you can see this 50 moving average. I mean, if this is a 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart, any other chart, we'd have to look at this kind of cautiously with a little optimism, but we would have to realize, we could be setting up for a rollover here with altcoins, because rejection here would lose the 200 moving average. These guys, they're already trying to do something. Do have a little bullish cross there, so we got a little hope that maybe the 200 will stick. I'm not trying to be all bearish, but there is a scenario there, and altcoins have just not been, they've not been the greatest play. They just really haven't. So this is a pretty solid trend line here from candle bodies to candle bodies and then to wicks, and we'll just monitor this and see. But breaking out, that's awesome, and we can get a measure move and all this that could take us up to these areas, but it's still a lot like Bitcoin. You got this support resistance flip area right here, horizontal, 927 billion. So about $90 billion away. Yeah, we might get up there and then roll over and do this again, start coming down. So again, I just like to reiterate what my plan is, my executional plan that I'm trying to implicate as best as I can, is to take profit on the way up. And then when we come back down, I got some dry powder, and I'll make sure that I get in some more solid positions. I'll be trying to get out of some of these, especially ones I'm not really sold on, or small positions, too small to really matter, but way too small to sell right now. In my, readjusting my portfolio, I guess, as we come up, maybe up to these areas and come back down. And then by the time we come back down, we might have something. Even if we come down lower, I don't know what we're going to do. But it's a good chance to do those kind of ideas, is the way I'm looking at it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I think I left a little confusion with an altcoin called Avalanche. And she's been a hard read. She's looking bullish short term. And I think I had some confusion, and there is something to pay attention to, and I might want to peep this out on all the altcoins we look at. She's come back into. I put this as a buy zone. I got targets on up to 30, and somebody, are you bullish or bearish on this? And I'm like, I gotta remember. I gotta look at my chart again. But I remember being bearish on it, and I thought it was the weekly. It's the monthly time frame that's giving me cautious, and it's doing something that I think it's just stupid to ignore. So Avalanche, if we kind of break it down, I'm on the daily here, and we just go with resistance. Okay, this is our strong gas resistance, and I want to make this guy big. We're just using trend lines. I don't think we're going to get past this one anytime soon. So maybe we come up close to $30, but nowhere near the 53 that we were in December, in my personal opinion. Losing this trend line was kind of a big deal, and it's part of a bigger trend line all the way back down here. So sure, she can jump back in it. Most likely you might come up and then come back and down and try to do another double bottom scenario. So we might be fluctuating between 15 and 30 and coming back down. And I like what I'm seeing here. We got some signs saying that we can come up short term, but it was this guy that maybe this guy's spooking me, but this is not a good thing. A fresh monthly bearish cross. Explain that to me, and how that's not going to how we're going to just go bullish from that, because I don't see it. That's got me nervous on it. So that's where my bearishness on Avalanche has got me kind of it's starting to peek in, and I'm wondering, well, what kind of scenario is going to lead to this? Is there going to be bad news in Avalanche, or are we going to lose a partnership? Something bad news going to come out about it? It doesn't make sense at this time in the market, but the charts are clearly saying you're on the monthly. Baby, something changed, and this don't move fast. We don't just walk out of this, like next week, and we don't just come back tomorrow and find out, oh, it's all right, we're in the blue now. No, this is like months just getting started. So we could be looking at, all summer, this being in the red, which on the chart, if we look at it, that could translate for that up and down. We could just it could just be that if we're lucky. Maybe we come up in rejection, and maybe we were doing that. Maybe that's what that is. And on the monthly, we just stay, kind of in the red or whatever. Maybe even in the light. Or maybe we come down and find a new low. I don't know. But that's got me kind of concerned. So you've already had a red dot on the monthly. On Avalanche, and let's take a look at that idea. Oh, my sinuses are about to give me hell here. So last time we had a red dot on Market Cipher right here on the monthly. That was May of last year. Oh, you remember that fun month? You remember that fun month? Remember all the altcoins were up, and Avalanche is at 64, and like, yeah. And I didn't sell near as much as I should have, and all this other stuff, and now it's not worth that anymore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of down. 5 months after the red dot there, and we didn't even flip bearish on our MACD. That was just it going light. But now we've actually got a bearish cross here. I don't even have anything that goes back to that to look at. We just know that it was bearish over here, and even when it was lightening up, it was still coming down, and that was from 21 all the way down to $9. I don't know, but it ain't good. That's not a good sign, and it's got me concerned. But yeah, if you watch my stream, you know, or watch me do something on smaller time frames, she looks kind of bullish short term. And so there's some confusion there. So I don't know. It's making me doubt. It's making me wonder if, you know, this is going to be a big opportunity cost in Avalanche. Because I don't seem that good on the monthly. And maybe it's a good idea to look at a lot of these altcoins on the monthly. What do we got on them? Are they all flipping? I'm just going through here. This is what Doge looks like on the monthly. I mean, it's not great, but it's not confirmed cross, bearish cross. Litecoin just having an off month. Rune, she has. This one has. Now, has this one been a great play? No. This one has sucked. And I guess, you know, if I had paid attention to this one, even after she dropped down to $1 there, but she went, maybe when she came back up to $4, retest that, you know, maybe I would be in a better position with Rune or played it different. Now I've got a growing little bag of something that may or may not be worth something again at some point. You know, she's a far cry from her $7, far cry from her $12 price point. So Rune, you know, the MACD could have been a great clear warning there. Solana, what do you look like? You look like you thinking about it. What's up? So what's going on, man? I mean, that's kind of crazy. But you know, there's not a confirmed cross. You could still technically say maybe we can walk ourselves out of it. But here we are 2 week. And I think, you know, not paying attention to this indicator and what it does on the, because I've learned my lessons, or at least I hope I have, with Bitcoin. Whenever you get the weekly MACD cross, oh my gosh, you need to make sure you've done something, or else here we are with Bitcoin. It's something to pay attention to, and so I think it's important, as we're seeing that on Avalanche. I think I would make a point is to check that indicator on the weekly on every altcoin that we probably look at. Probably a smart move. Let's start with RSR. RSR on the monthly. Well, we checked that box. Well, she's not ready to die on the monthly. On the 2 week, we've already got a bearish cross, but it's not the same as getting one on the monthly. So RSR, reserve rights, that's the request that we had. Okay, she's at an area of support. Looks like we're respecting that 618. The way it was mentioned, I thought that maybe we were pumping today on this one. If we pull our Fibonacci from swing low to swing high, we're actually at a 786 area and came down to an 886. These are the areas I'm looking at here. Okay, so possibly got a bottom in. I like that. That's cool. I'm on the 2 week chart, and here we go. This is probably what they're talking about. Okay. So we got to bounce off of our 8860 retracement there. Yeah, this is looking cool. Looks like she can come back up to this area about 0.011. From where we are now, about another 40%. Get past that, and it can get a lot better. I like the megaphone pattern that we're in, because it can go up to 2, maybe 3 cents. That looks cool. I mean, this is near the bottom of a trend line. This is where I look at buying something. So, yeah, I would say that's not a bad play at all. If you believe in the technology behind it. But she is less than a penny right now, and maybe she can be worth a couple of pennies there. Let's get her little long position out of here. So yeah, you can get a decent risk reward ratio even on the weekly here playing that one. So that is it's looking good. It's got some curving there. So now coming to smaller time frames now and see why we're excited about it, because it actually is moving on the smaller time frame, so it's looking good. Getting more notice there. She's given up. She's at 2.7 at the highest there that we've seen in December. Breakout. Yeah, that's looking decent. All right, so yeah, that's good. That's something to celebrate right there. So reserve rights. But it looks like she's going to be hard pressed to get above that. I guess the penny 1 cent area, and then she's going to have that area of 1.2, 1.3. Just stair step her way up. Holding on for 1.8, that seems to be one of the better places. I mean, to try to play to take some profit. You want to get paid, if you're getting in somewhere about half a penny or a little bit over half a penny. If you can ride it up here, you can get double your money and pull it out, then you're doing it right. Easier said than done, and sometimes we get distracted and don't forget to things happen in life. But that would be a good way to look at it. It gives you a chance to double it up. So yeah, it looks like a good opportunity. I'm not going to bash that. That looks decent. Let's take a look at Demo. And I think, there's Dimitri. I haven't checked on that one. That was one of them farming coins. I wonder, let me check on that one too. Let's look at Demo. Why is it not in more places? I mean, I didn't spell it all the way out there. Demo is 9 cents. And that's a come up. So smaller time, yeah, I'd say. So the last few weeks it's looking more impressive there. And she was up to 31 cents there. When was that, November? And I started getting into Demo. I mean, I can't remember. I don't think it was this price. I think it had already taken off, and I think it was probably around through here. Of course, there was already hype, and then it came out, and I got the little miner off of, I think I got it from Amazon. It's just $99. I don't even know what I've got, how much I've got. But I guess you can say technically I am in Demo. So from high to low, it's crazy how, when you reach a high and you come down and you watch all this play out, when you finally get to the bottom and you pull your Fibonacci, that you see the areas where on the way down, it had a hiccup. It's like it's a pattern built in that unfolds over time, but we can't see it until we actually pull the fib and look back. I just find that's amazing, because before then we had nothing to specify that this was a notable area, unless you just kind of guessed and watched and let fly spray out. We didn't know it back here, but somehow in between here and here, it was built in. It's just crazy how that works. Like when you look at the petal pattern on the flower or something, or like a sunflower, where they use Fibonacci a lot to and probably to explain all that. It's just a repeating pattern in there that I don't know. It's just fascinating to me. But it works that way backwards and forwards, and therefore sometimes I even reverse engineer with the fib based on that idea. So retest about 24 cents would be cool. 47 to 54 cents. This area back up through here where we were before. That looks really cool to me. I guess we'll move these little guys around here. I like that idea. I mean, if you're mining it or something, like I think I still am, that would be an area that would be worth waiting for to maybe take some profit for whatever I've accumulated over the past year, if I'm even accumulating at all, because I haven't updated that thing. I haven't done anything to it. Got a new phone, don't even have it set up with my new phone. So that's just, I mean, that's a reality of a situation that somebody doing the demo would face, I believe. I think I'm a good example of that. And so I might be a good case study to say, well, how the typical deep in chaser would, you know, because I wanted to get into something of mine. So I need to go check on that. Maybe I'll make a note to try to do that and report back. We'll see how Demo's doing. So we're starting to cover the realm of the weekly time frame here. She's got a lot to come up on. Should be some stiff resistance up here about 13-14 cents. But on the daily, that's good. It's a good start to get a little come up. It does look like that may be our bottom if our fibs be talking to us true there. It looks like it could be. I find that kind of interesting. So maybe it's just up from here. Lots of challenges on their way there. A lot of things to get over. But that's cool. That's cool what I'm seeing here. So we reclaim the 9 and we're starting to do some stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, the tired turkey comes over to the chat. It puts the butter on its skin, or else it gets the fork again. How's it going, everybody? There's So. What's up, So? And there's Glittery Marshmallow. I'm late. You're not the only one, sister. Oh, we just woke up from our little recliner. Actually, it's a theater chair. I got a theater chair. Comfy. You know, like you go in the theater and they have those recliners now? Yeah, those are bitchin'. I like that. Better than it feels more comfortable than a Lazy Boy or something. I've been stalking your channel since 10. Hey, I'm glad to have you here, Twitter. Marshmallow, thanks for hanging out. I'm running out of things to look at, so I need you guys' help from the chat. We got 24 people. That's a pretty good crowd for this late at night. Hey, thank you guys. If you want to look at some altcoins, do it. Throw them out there. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick some random ones. I wanted to look at Move. I still got a list from the private stream I was doing today. I was just going over some USA coins, and I think they're worth looking at. Might be able to knock out a few of those little guys here. That's where we thought. Did we look at? That might have been where the confusion came with AVAX. Take over that one. Move. I want to take a look at Move. World Liberty Finance, Trump's business and crypto thing or whatever, associated with him, whatever. Bought a lot of that. Ugh. We got Yawning Turkeys. That sounds like a song. Oh, crap. Okay. So she's at 42 cents and now she's at 53. That's a nice little come up. I mean, for a couple of days there. She squeezed within our channel and it was right over here. And that's nice. I kind of want to, I don't know why. I mean, that's perfectly fine. The channel and everything we got there. I just want to redo some things here. I can't get a good read on the price action there, bid-wise. I can do that. Since we got a bottom part in, we'll just skip this part and probably the safest to go from this high to there. And that looks like that lines up beautifully. I think that's the best way to look at this. So we got a bottom and we got our little discount zone that we're technically still in, so still a good place to get this and not feel like you've been hosed in the price or chasing too bad. Double bottom situation here, W pattern, however you want to look at it, trying to confirm, and we tried to stair step our way up. So our next target would be about 70 cents, but the juicy areas are going to come in right around 90, 89, 90 cents. I think it'd be a good area to take a nice big old fat payday right there. and maybe buy it cheaper if you want to get back into it or play this one. So these, yeah, the 0.5 and the 618 look like if you're going to swing trade this looks like the best targets to go right there in that area. Between 80 and 90 cents, and we are at 50 cents right now after popping off of 42, so you would have been doubling up there. If we can get past this area, I mean, some people might just jump in at 60. I mean, the conservative people jumping in when we get past this confirmation of that line. And you got 30%, 38, 40, almost 50% up there to those areas. What is it from the top of here to there? 50%? Yeah. Oh man, I got to sneeze.
She trades those coins when I'm not around.
So I had some deviated septum surgery a couple of weeks ago, and ever since then, man, my whole night game has just been off for me, being on time and all this other stuff. And yeah, I'm still going through some stuff here. It's not bad. It's just like, oh, you want to sneeze? And I don't know. It's weird. Stuffy sinuses, all that stuff is still not cleared up yet. Let me see, I could get cold. Oh man. So cool. I like that idea. I want to do this backwards. I'm going to go with the underside to get my angle. Got too many top wicks there. I just want to. You can do what, however. Angles are angles, and they're short channels, and they're usually respected. That makes a little bit more sense there, I guess. So if we took a little measure move from this little guy, it's one way to play a channel. Put it at the breakout. Technically, you put it there. That take us toward that area. All right, so move is possibly moving on the daily, on the 4 hour, trying to get above the 360 line there. Hope she does it. Still could come back here at 45 though, and she might do it. Even to be bullish, she might still do it. Just wanted to put it on your radar. I know a lot of people have been. It's getting some traction, and technically there is a breakout, so. And a break of a level, making a higher high. So next higher low, which may be happening now, might be the place to start looking at move. And that looks like I had to predict what that higher low was going to be. I would say it's probably somewhere around 50 cents, maybe 46 cents. 46 is looking like it could happen. Maybe somewhere through there. As we get rejected at this area there, might be a little nibble opportunity there. Let's take a look at SWE. And let me see if I can get my tablet going so I can be a little bit more active in the chat here. This looks like a great time for
those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Califan says AVAX if you have the time. Okay, so we did AVAX, and I went over that and the confusion that I had because the monthly looks kind of scary. Kelly says you gotta take care of your health. Health is wealth. I know, and I feel like I've just been tired a lot lately. I don't know why. Califan says I'm in the Doge short. I wonder how low it will go. Let's take a look at some of these ideas here. Let me come back to the chat first. Here we go. Oh wow, you guys! We had 25 people hanging out. I felt like I missed out on the line here. Hey, there's Haven. Sorry, I'm late. Haven, you're not the owner. I was late too. I own every Chronos ecosystem coin but 2. Oh wow. Chronos. I'd like to see what goes on that one. I think there's some good possibilities for Crow. Bullets on Parade? How's it going? Ave Medina? I don't hold any AVAX. I'm starting to wonder why I hold mine. Haven says, I might cock in you, not AVAX, but I don't use risk tolerance. I have just a little AVAX so I can trade the cock in you. It is on AVAX, isn't it? So is Big Red. That was one of the meme coins that I thought might take off. George thought it might take off too. Cryptos R Us. I got some of that, but I don't even know if it's still living. There's the Linda. I was upset when I mooned back my AVAX at $42 and it ripped over 50. Happy now though. Yeah, now that the risk in there, but man, I would have thought AVAX would do better. I'm just concerned about that monthly cross. So I just think you need to watch it. And it's hard to see how you bounce back from that real quick. Counterpath says, what do you think about Litecoin? I've got an old Litecoin miner that I've been dying to hook up as soon as we can get this shed thing fixed down here. My wife doesn't like them in the house, and they can be loud and everything, so I haven't done anything with it. And we did have a miner when we lived in Nashville, back in over the Bellevue area. And we had this little, there were condos over there, but it had a little shed area. And that caught on fire. Now, there was a squirrel that did it, but one of the first things that my wife suspected was the miner, because they get kind of hot. I had my Bitcoin miner going on over there, mining Bitcoin. So that was back in like 2018, 2019 when that happened. And I haven't really got back into mining since, and I lost some miners in that fire and some other stuff that was so cool. All my man hobbies and man tools, CNC machine I built and all this other stuff. What was the point of this story? I like Litecoin, so I mean, I have a miner in it, and there is some good news. My take was here was my take. If you'd seen my channel the last 2 or 3 years, my take was that as the institutions come in and we start seeing more money, Bitcoin gets adopted, that your 4 major coins that Coinbase was touting back in the day, the old boomer coins, there's a lot of money trickling into those: Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Darkcoin, but you're not hearing about Darkcoin anymore. And Bitcoin Cash. There would still be something might be going on with them. Now, Litecoin is very interesting because it co-mines Doge. Doge is co-mined with it. They did that a long time ago, so they're kind of intertwined. So if Doge does good, Litecoin should do good, or vice versa, technically. And usually, if Bitcoin's doing good, Dogecoin does good. It just seems to go. Vincent, Litecoin is good technology. It used to be the silver to Bitcoin's gold, and my take was that, well, it'll make a resurgence. And some of that old money and old investments, they'll come back in and there'll be a push for it, something. So I've always liked Litecoin, and I used it to transfer funds. A lot of us used it because it's cheap to transfer funds. So we'd sell something, put it in a Litecoin, transfer it to the exchange or to wherever we needed to go, and then we would just transfer it back over to Bitcoin or dollars or whatever we needed to do to make our play, because it was a quick, fast, easy way to send money, faster than Bitcoin and all that. So it had all of its purposes and everything, or all of its use cases. See, at $93 now after dropping down to what, 83, got up to 139. Kind of typical Litecoin. I mean, her heyday was... I don't know that she's going to take over the world, but I mean, we could see her going back to 300, 350. And I think in 2017 or after 2017, she was... I remember going up to 350 back in the day. Let's see if we can get a good chart. Coinbase would be your best place, wouldn't it? It's been on Coinbase for forever. So, I mean, yeah, we see the possibilities. In 2017, she got up to 400. In 2021, we got right back up there to 400. Can we do it again? I think so. She seems to be a pretty good oscillator against the dollar and maybe against Bitcoin, maybe. Look at that big underwire bra right there. That's are we doing anything like that here? So we don't have a nice rounded double bottom going on right here.
But what do we have? A nice little range, accumulation range. So still in our good discount area, meaning, you know, hopefully within the next few months we'll be looking back and say, man, I should have bought more altcoin when it was $80, $90. So she's hanging around $225 or $270. And that's the story I think we might be telling ourselves. When she starts moving, and we could see something like that. Let's play this idea that will never play out as I put it over here. But an idea, yeah, I mean, a possibility. So could we? That would be cool. And even this idea just showing some respect here at that 618 before coming down a little bit. Oh, don't sneeze. There we go again. Oh, it might be coming. It might be happening. Where's the microphone? Oh man, okay. Wow. The sinuses are feeling itchy. So I don't know if this idea will play out with Litecoin or not. I'm open. I'm trying to build my back up. I built it up, then we had our drops, and your boy didn't take enough profits and play his little strategy as well as he should have. I guess, tying up my games there. Sometimes I kind of wish, why did you go all this spot margin? It seemed like a good damn idea at the time. It did. I've watched a lot of other spot margin people play their game, and they've done very well. It's a slow, but you go through drawdown through it, and that's what I got to suffer through. But and sometimes I wish I'd stayed in the spot, to be honest with you, though, because the drawdown has been sucky. Can recover it back, but I'm like, yeah, but I could have played it, but good, would, coulda, shoulda. I'm sure I'm not the only one experiencing these thoughts and emotions. And I'm positive that I'm not. If you've been holding any kind of long-term spot or low leverage with taking the slower route approach, I'm definitely feeling it. It doesn't mean I'm going to be taking this road again, though. So I see possibilities here. Nothing just standing out on me. Still ranging beneath this guy. I like these targets over here. Just putting short 222, 225, 226, 270. All these areas up through there. But we're just still in our big accumulation zone and just kind of ranging, basically. But I do like it. Let's see, this is the weekly. Looks like she's trying to do a little something right there. If we come back to the 12-hour daily, testing some of those guys, moving averages here. This is a good one on the daily, 800 moving average. We still got some work to do. We still might even come back down to, in these 80 areas. I could see that happening right now. Or not right now, but I can see that happening short term. We still got a little bit area down here, 80. We could still come back. If this is a bear flag idea, it could be. Might be popping up to 108. We got a lot of stuff. A lot of these altcoins are not out of the range. That's why I'm saying, if we're getting a bump out of the altcoins, and here we might get up here. If we're not taking profits on the way and getting ready for I think altcoins definitely, even more than Bitcoin, might have that deeper drop where we go up and come down lower. Bitcoin, we're kind of looking at that idea. Altcoins, they definitely look like they could do that. And you got resistance, right up here. But I like it. I think a lot of people are just tired of altcoins right now. And especially the ones that are just giving up everything. Bush on parade, Doge Elon ticker Elon. Don't hate me, but someone is buying me things. Let's take a look at Elon. Gemini's got it. Who else has got it? KuCoin. Let's go with KuCoin. Well, when you zoom out like the daily and weekly, and I mean, I'm sure small time, it probably looks like a lot of these guys are starting to rip, right? I mean, a pretty good day. Well, that's not crazy. That's modest, actually. On the week, what we got? Weekly. So yeah, for everybody, I mean, everybody. So we've been they've been bashed down, in the dash down. So if they get a little pump, everybody's getting excited. It seems like, and that's cool. I mean, it's a good sign that something's happening. But compared to where we were, like if you bought it through here and you got a pump, you're probably looking at, yay, hey, it's been pumped. Oh, whoopee. My $1,000 portfolio is up to $56 versus $42 that it was yesterday. You know, some people might be feeling a little salty or sour like that. This is a mess. What do we got here? Look at these targets that, well, I guess they if I put them in over here, I guess they did okay. Yeah, are you going to remove? Yeah, there we go. When was this last cycle? Way up here? That's a lot to deal with. I think the smartest thing would be to just go from here, where we were in December. Because that's the best she did since March. That was the best she's had in several years there, that little peak. I zoomed way too out. I zoomed out way too much. And so we just do the same old. Looks like we're in the range. And at the bottom here, moving averages are up at, wow, that's a lot of zeros. There's so many zeros, I don't know. We're at 1660 now, and it looks like we could go to 2046. That's the best that I can say it. And 2550 would be the first little target area, and that might be, how much would that be? What kind of come up is that? About 50%. I mean, that's decent. Yeah, you might find some better plays though. Got a bearish cross here on the 4 hour here, so that means we could more than likely what I would look for is some kind of bottoming pattern on the macro bottoming pattern, I guess you say, from zooming out, where we might come down and double bottom and then try to some kind of idea like that, so we can see fluctuation. So about 50% gains up to here, maybe, and it's not bad. What else have we got? Based fart coin, eh? A lot of people, I've heard a lot of, I'm not actively in fart coin right now. Well, I mean, I got a little bitty position of it somewhere, degen thing, but I was trying to trade on perpetual futures, and I think I kept getting stopped out, and I just never got back in. And I think it was through this chop over here. Fart coin is up. Oh, we have 58 cents from, yeah, I can see it. That's a nice rounded shape, and that could be cool. Now she might come back down and do it again. That's what I would hope for. Here on the 4 hour, we got the 800, getting some rejection there. Bearish cross of 360 over there. It could still go a little higher though. Don't know if it will, but it could. Oh, fart coin. Let's see if we can figure. She's hard to. I guess we'll just go with the very top. Got a lot of leeway for that idea. Just take you down a notch or two. Let's try this one. There we go. I think we got something here. It looks respectable. So we're getting rejected here. So Farcoin coming up to here, possible. I think it's really likely to come down and retest this 45 area. I want to go with that one. And that should be our 618 if we take a pull here. 318. My bad. Boomer moments. You're missing that. Our 618 is going to be at 36 cents. So Fartcoin, I mean, this is not the great time to chase it after she goes up or anything. And what goes up, it does come down if you're just patient enough to wait. Because if you buy now, then you get to see you go into drawdown. And I don't like drawdown. Drawdown sucks. I'm tired of getting into anything with drawdown. I heard a very popular daytime influencer talking about how great his strategy avoided drawdown, and then, you know, he got into a trade and then it immediately went into drawdown. So I'm sorry, but drawdown is part of it unless you just get into something that bounces to the upside at the perfect time. But I think that's just part of the game, man. If you've got an influencer and start getting, if you get cocky, even if you're not a cocky influencer, if you take that route and find yourself getting cocky a lot of times when you get that way, things just don't work out. It looks stupid. All right, so Fartcoin. Let's see, we got Jay Violet. I see Grimmer. How's it going? Board PC guy. Glad to have you guys here. Board PC guy says, long day tomorrow. Have a good one. I can't wait to trade again. Hey, man. Yeah, your boy is feeling kind of tired himself right now. My older sister says Haven only owns and buys Litecoin. I let her have that when I made a deal with her that I'll handle every other coin. Haven's got a knack for them Solana coins. He did really good. He did really good last year with the Solana coins. He was knocking it out of the park. I'm just checking out the chat real quick here. All right. So I'm not seeing many other requests over there. See, Chris Klein's got a few. Let's see. Broccoli. Okay, Litecoin and XRP. Let's take a look at XRP. A lot of people into that now. This is me XRP chart where we're having resistance at 258. One of them, the 4 hour. Well, she just kind of went sideways and everything, right? Could be a bearish cross coming up at the 300 over that. 360 over the 600 and whatever. I mean, we could be coming back down to 232, which is not that bad of a drop. We're talking about dropping what, a dime. Let me zoom out on the bigger time frames to see what's going on. So breakout, technical breakout, don't really have the volume to support it. Could easily, yeah, I could still see 232 coming back into the picture. And this is not the strongest trend line, but it's there. It's what we got. Hopefully that will hold. There is the idea that you might be setting up for a top pattern here, so that you want to be mindful of that. Not many people are talking about it or looking at it, but even the people who are normally calling out head and shoulders every few minutes are not even talking about it. But there could be a possibility that we do come up and then come back down, and if we lose that at drop, I don't know. Could happen, could not happen. Just not here. Just not here. Let's take a look at 1000 Floki. We're getting into perpetual futures now. Cool. Goodness, sorry, I didn't mean to yawn in your ear there. Can I do this? It's tricky to pull it up on TradingView. I gotta put an F there and then switch over and put 1000 in front of that. 1000 Floki. And oh, they got that on Coinbase too. I guess let's try Binance. Well, here we are. Well, just levels tell us that, you know, somewhere around 10, 11 cents is going to be a hard area to get past. We're at 6 cents right now on the 1000 Floki perpetual futures. Looks like we might have a bottom there. I like that idea. Well, we got the trend line, and it seems to be respecting it so far. I'm on the weekly time frame, but we still don't have. We lost a certain fib level. I'm going to put this one on the radar at 4.2 cents. I don't know. It doesn't look like we're going to hit it like anytime now or soon or in danger of it immediately, but it's there. But so far the trend line's holding. Now we can come down to the daily. The trend line, it's respecting that trend line. That trend line comes all the way back here, candle body touches to candle body touches, and it's respecting the hell out of that. If it can reclaim this, that would be cool. Let me take a, let's see, let's take you from here to there. And on this idea, that very same line that I was looking for lower, because I'm taking it from this impulse rather than taking it from the low, and it's giving me that information, which is also, if you see, and they just overlap. You see how that lines up with our 113 right in the same area. So maybe we can play that idea. So it's suggesting that maybe we've got a bottom in and we're trying to do something, maybe. And if that's true, we just pull our fibs out and we just look back at this area. So 10.6 would be a nice little play. So I think that would be the safest play there. Maybe she'll go up more, 14, but she should have a hiccup here and have a pullback. That'd be a great little take profit area. My personal opinion is at 0.10 and then right here at 14.2. And let's see, broccoli F38. There is a F3 or F3B perpetuals. Okay, let's go with Mexi on that one. That looks like a rollover. It looks like, but wait a minute, it crossed. Well, that's tricky. Tricky read on this one. .5 Fibonacci's in agreement with the Ichimoku cloud. Thinking that 3.7 cents could be a target over time. She lost a trend line. Just a conservative measure move would suggest from that idea that it may come back to double bottom, 0.008 area. .786 is also areas right down here too. 618 trying to catch a bounce. Cool. I don't think it will stick here. I really think that you can give this one a little bit of time, and she'll make a little slow burn down here. Now she may bounce here, retest, and that might be a little play. about 20%, but eventually I think that she's headed toward this area to retest it. May be wrong. I may be totally wrong, but okay, well, here's how I could be wrong. Not taking into account my wicks, so I could be off my game with that idea. So we'll go from wick to wick, and that idea says we still good. All right, so this is a little bit more of a bullish way to look at that. 618 if this holds. If this holds, then you got this possibility of coming right back up to this area over here, which is around our 0.5 Fibonacci. Maybe. So if that guy holds, we'll be looking at here in this area. About 3.5 cents. But that would be, for perpetual futures, I mean, and I'm on a bigger time frame, that would be an iffy play right there, to be honest with you. That would be that's more like a swing trade idea to get to a higher high. But if we're bouncing off of this guy here, the safest target would be 21, and then we'd be looking, this guy right here. Now that nails it. Yeah, these two, 0.021, 0.03 for a short term. And what would that look like? 32% spot. I'm doing spot or spot price, and possible 89. Maybe with that idea. And then you can take your channel idea and put it up here. That makes, so you can see that it kind of points to that. If we look at time, as this being a timeline, it kind of points toward April. So maybe 1 month to get over here if we go in the upward trajectory, if we bounce off this area. And I don't know about this one. Those look like two pretty decent targets. All right, guys. Well, the turkey is still sleepy. The turkey fell asleep, and the turkey is still sleepy. And we looked at a good amount here and went over Bitcoin. Go back to Bitcoin. She's at 87.4 right now. Come down to a small little 6-minute time frame. She's just boringly sideways, in my personal opinion. Are we trying to make a double top? Well, that's not in, but that could be happening if we M out. But we made a nice little W pattern here, a little bottoming at this support level. So unless we break that, well, I don't see us coming down. If we do, then you take a measured move from these areas up here, conservative view from the lower side, and put under there, and it suggests that we'd come back to about 84,000 if we break this trend line. If we don't, we don't have to. It looks like we're in a good bounce area right now. We're at the 6-minute. Yeah, we're at 618 here. We could bounce. We might come down lower. These are good areas that we could be, breaking past our trend line. I still think we might have a breakout on the way. And as long as we don't break any major trend lines, it's kind of cool. See, we broke that one, but we might recover it. But there's a first warning sign that maybe the M pattern will come into play, but we're on the smallest time frame. We just basically went sideways all day, and hopefully that helps our altcoins do a little bit better. If we look at Bitcoin dominance, which I don't think we did, she's coming down. If she breaks that trend line, that's good, and that could be the little boost in altcoins that I've been kind of seeing hinted at on the chart. It's starting to look like alts may have a nice little a little bump up. I think they're going to roll over after. We'll have to see. and that's the way I'm playing it. Looks like also we're going to get a little run here, even into the first week of April or something, and reach a peak, and then do what they do, give back their gains again. And I think Bitcoinomics is a good way to track that. And when this is looking good. It was looking like she's wanting to bounce here yesterday, right? And now she's looking like she wants to actually seriously think about breaking the trend line like she's supposed to do or should do. If she breaks the trend line, alts are looking to have so much better, more possibility of having a nice little rally. But a lot of people are going to say that it's altcoin season. They just like to do that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we got a chance to get an altcoin rally, and if we position ourselves right, we can play it just right. And that doesn't matter whether you want to go into degen plays or you want to go into more solid plays. However you want to do it, we should get a nice little bump if things start. This idea keeps playing out, so I want to check it out a little bit more tomorrow. But it's a good idea to start looking at some altcoin plays to trade, in my personal opinion. All right, guys, I will come back tomorrow at some point, and hopefully I'll get my schedule back on track here. My apologies for being late to the stream. I did not start at 10:30 when I planned on it, and even said that I would. It was more like 11:30, and we've been going an hour and 16 minutes, and this turkey's tired. I might be going to bed early, and I don't know. I've been doing a little bit more in the morning and streams and things like that too, so it's just been wearing on me. But thanks for hanging out, guys. If you can hit that like button, that will help my channel reach a few more people than it normally does, and help this channel grow. Let me give a shout out to Joe. He's not streaming tonight, but I finally got you brought up, Joe. Over here, go check him out. Lots of good app over there every day. Joe, you got almost breaking 2,000 subs. Look at that. I'm starting to get jealous, but no, that is great, man. Let's give you. You need to have a party when you break that 2,000 level. It's hard. I've been trying for 3 years to break 2,000. I thought I'd be a lot further along. I may be if I went with the coin videos, because that's what brings in people. But doing stream where I can actually teach and get some alpha out there and look at things in real time, streamers grow a lot lower. My channel has like 1.7 subs, so hitting that like would also help my channel grow too, people. Thank you. Spread, share, all that stuff. Whatever he's telling you to do it for me too. Joe's growing. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You're growing there. That's awesome. Then we got this channel. I've got 22 subscribers on this Road Dog Crypto topic. This is like the Amazon Music channel. I have no control over this channel, but this is where the music's being released from my distributor over here on YouTube. So you can actually see when the new songs come out. Subscribing to that, it shows a little love, or just saying, hey, Amazon, Alexa, play songs by Road Dog Crypto. That helps out too. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for being part of the growth on my channel as well. Bitcoin's at 87,000, trying to do little things. And this turkey's gonna go to sleep. I'm going to the end screen. I'm running out of things to say. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll try to be a little bit more lively tomorrow. I can't breathe.
Charts collide, dips fade away. I'm on this neon ride, sats in my veins. FOMO's electric spark, ooh yeah. Crypto's my pulse, beating through the dark, yeah. Gas fees flicker, whales dance in the haze. I'm stacking dreams in this digital maze. Every coin I claim lights a moonlit flame, ooh, smooth. Bull runs my wave, I'm rewriting the game. Woo! Neon bull run lighting up the sky.
Oh man, that means a lot to me. Thank you, man. You did. You were killing it. I'm glad you're back. I was concerned. But it looks like everything worked out really good for you, Kevin. Congratulations, my man.
Washed away the stains, markets are hung. Echoes in my craving more, yeah. Dips turn to light. I'm riding this gleam. Every crash.
All right, good night, everybody.
Every win supreme. Crypto's
Thanks for your support.